You're listening to the deep dive review on Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. Becoming Supernatural is his most advanced work. It takes everything from You Are the Placebo, breaking the habit of being yourself, and pushes it into a much bigger claim. Humans can access elevated states of consciousness that create profound mental, emotional, and even physical transformation. Hadron, there's the one, the core thesis, the big idea. When you combine clear intention with elevated emotion, you can create measurable changes in your brain, body, and experience. In short, clear intention plus elevated emotion creates transformation. 2. What does supernatural mean here? Dispenza does not mean fantasy or magic. He means going beyond your normal, automatic way of being. Normal life is often predictable, the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same outcomes, but becoming supernatural means entering an expanded state, a state of elevated awareness, emotional regulation, intentional creation. Tat 3, the three brains model. Dispenza describes three levels of the brain. 1, thinking brain, the neocortex. This is associated with learning, knowledge, analysis. 2, reinforces. 2, emotional brain, the limbic system. This goes chemical states, it's memory. 3, habit brain, the cerebellum. This controls automatic behavior, subconscious programs, and the goal is to move knowledge through 3 stages, from thinking to feeling to being. Not just, I understand this, but I am this. Nash 4, the heart-brain connection. A major concept in the book is coherence. Coherence means the heart and brain become synchronized, stable, calm. Why does this matter? Because coherence is associated with emotional regulation, clarity, improved physiological balance. And according to Dispenza, this state is strengthened through emotions like gratitude, love, appreciation. Now, 5, energy centers, the chakra framework. This is where the book becomes more spiritual and metaphysical. Dispenza uses a framework similar to chakras, energy centers throughout the body associated with different emotions and states. Now, it's important to understand, this framework is not widely accepted in conventional science, but practically speaking, it can be interpreted as different emotional and physiological states, areas of focus during meditation. 6, the breath technique. One of the most emphasized tools in the book is breath work. Specific breathing patterns are used to shift energy in the body, increase alertness, change internal state. And from a modern scientific perspective, breathing techniques can absolutely influence the nervous system, stress response, focus, and regulation. 7, the pineal gland. Focus Dispenza places strong emphasis on the pineal gland. His claim is that it may play a role in higher awareness, mystical experiences. Scientifically, the pineal gland is known for regulating melatonin and sleep cycles and responding to light. Claims beyond that remain more speculative. 8, the role of elevated emotions. This is one of the most practical and powerful ideas in the entire book. Elevated emotions include gratitude, love, joy, inspiration. Why are these emotions important? Because they signal to the body safety, openness, growth, and they shift the nervous system away from stress, fear, survival mode. Chapter 9, the formula for change. This is the central formula of the book. Clear intention combined with deeply felt emotion plus repetition creates transformation. Why? Because intention directs the mind, emotion signals the body, repetition builds new patterns. Hummer 10, the field concept. This is one of the most controversial sections of the book. Dispenza introduces the idea of a quantum field of possibilities. His claim is that all potential realities exist, focused at attention, and help select outcomes. Now, while physics does explore concepts involving probability and observation, applying those ideas directly to personal manifestation in this way is highly debated. A more grounded interpretation would be this: focus, emotion, and consistent action often produce better outcomes, and you do not need the physics claims for the core principles to remain useful. Hamanashka 11, the deepest insight most people miss. This book is not really about mystical experiences. It's about learning how to move from survival mode into creation mode. Survival mode is dominated by stress, fear, reaction, narrow thinking. Creation mode is characterized by calm, openness, intention, possibility, and many people spend years trapped in survival mode without realizing it. 12. The one sentence that captures the book. When you feel elevated emotions and think intentionally, you begin changing your state and your life. 13. The 5 ideas worth remembering forever. 1. Intention combined with emotion creates change. 2. You must move from thinking to feeling to being. Being. 3. Elevated emotions shift the body out of stress. 4. Meditation trains new states of being. 5. Most people live in survival mode without realizing it. 14. A simple daily practice. You can simplify Dispenza's teachings into a very practical routine. Step 1. Sit in stillness, quiet the body and the mind. Step 2. Set intention, clearly define who you want to become. Step 3. Generate elevated emotion. Feel gratitude, joy, or love deeply. Step 4. Hold the state for several minutes. And Step 5. Repeat daily. 15. The criticism of the book. To understand the work clearly, it's important to understand the criticism too. 1. The book blends science and mysticism. Some claims go beyond current scientific evidence. 2. The language can become highly abstract and complex. Concepts like energy fields may confuse practical application. 3. The teachings require consistent practice. The benefits come from doing the work, not simply reading about it. Final mental model. Think of your internal state like a switch. Survival mode creates a reactive life. Creation mode creates an intentional life, and your job is to learn how to shift between those states deliberately. The full system. You now understand. At this point, you've built a remarkably advanced framework. Thoughts shape beliefs. Beliefs shape identity. Identity shapes emotions. Emotions shape habits. Habits shape actions. Actions shape state. And state shapes life. Thank you for listening to this deep dive review on Becoming Supernatural.